Imagine this. You're stepping onto a plane, carry-on rolling behind you, buzzing with excitement for your trip. You're scanning the seat numbers, weaving through the aisle, and then disaster. You're stuck in a middle seat, squished between two strangers, with no armrest and a view of nothing but the tray table. Or worse, you're right next to the bathroom, with a constant parade of passengers and the occasional whiff of, well, you know, we've all been there and it's the worst. But don't worry, today we're going to arm you with every trick in the book to dodge those nightmare seats and maybe even land a spot that feels like a first-class steal. Let's make your next flight your best yet, and we'll take our time to cover all the bases. Step 1. Know the worst seats and why they're awful. Let's start by painting a picture of the seats you want to avoid at all costs. You're boarding a Boeing 737 or an Airbus A320, the workhorses of domestic flights in the U.S. The cabin's buzzing, families stowing bags, business travelers tapping away on laptops. Most planes have economy in the back, maybe a premium economy section, and a small first-class area up front. Here's where the trouble lies: the middle seat trap. Picture yourself in 15B or 20E, wedged between two people. Your elbows are pinned, you're battling for armrests, and you've got zero personal space. On a 3-hour flight from Chicago to Miami, this is torture. Middle seats in economy, especially in a 3-3 layout, are the ultimate test of patience. You're staring at the seat back, praying the person in front doesn't recline into your lap. Lavatory row nightmares. Seats right by the bathrooms are a sensory assault. You've got a constant stream of passengers bumping your seat, the whoosh of the toilet flushing, and sometimes smells that make you regret not packing a mask. On a long-haul flight, like LAX to London, this can turn your trip into a grudge match with your nose. The non-reclining back row. Rows like 30 or 31, especially on older planes like an MD-80, often don't recline. You're stuck bolt upright for hours. And if you're near the galley, you'll hear the crew slamming carts and chatting during your red-eye. Plus, you're the last to deplane, which feels like forever when you've got a tight connection at JFK. Bulkhead blues. Bulkhead seats sound great for legroom, but some have a wall or partition that eats into your space. You might have to stow your carry-on overhead, leaving you with nothing to grab during takeoff. On an Airbus A321, for instance, this might feel more cramped than you'd expect. Emergency exit responsibility. These seats come with a catch. You're on the hook to help in an emergency. If you're not up for it, you could get reassigned at the gate. Plus, some exit row seats. Do not recline. Not the perk you hoped for. How do you spot these duds? Before you book, hit up Seat Guru or Seat Maestro. Enter your flight number and plane type, say a Delta 737-900, and check the seat map. Red or yellow flags highlight the bad seats. For example, Seat Guru might warn that 29C on an American Airlines A320 has no recline and is near the lavatory. Spend 5 minutes researching and you'll save hours of misery. Step 2. Master the booking game. Now, picture yourself at home, booking your flight on American, United, or Southwest. The key to avoiding bad seats starts here, and timing is everything. Book as early as possible, 6 to 8 weeks out for domestic flights, 3 to 6 months for international. Airlines release their best seats first, and the later you book, the more likely you're stuck with a seat by the toilet. If you're flying Southwest, where seats aren't assigned until check-in, you've got to be quick. Imagine you're on a packed flight from Dallas to Denver. Set an alarm for exactly 24 hours before departure. That's when online check-in opens. The earlier you check in, the better your boarding group, which means you can grab a window or aisle seat up front. If you're on a busy route like LAX to Vegas, shell out $15 to $25 for Southwest's early bird check-in. It's a small price to avoid the middle seat shuffle. For airlines like Delta or Alaska, pick your seat at booking. Even on a basic economy fare, you might be able to pay a small fee, $10 to $30, to choose a seat. Compare that to 6 hours in 29E, and it's a bargain. If you forget to pick a seat, airlines often auto-assign at check-in, and you're almost guaranteed a clunker. Don't leave it to chance. Step 3. Snag the best seats for your style. Now, let's talk about the seats that make you feel like you've hacked the system. You're settling into your spot, carry-on stowed, ready for a smooth flight. Here's how to pick the best seats based on what you love. Legroom seekers. Exit row seats are gold for extra legroom, but you'll need to assist in an emergency. Bulkhead seats can also work, but check Seat Guru for wall obstructions. On long-haul flights, premium economy seats offer more space for $50 to $150 extra. On United 7879, for example, Economy Plus seats have up to 5 inches more legroom. Window dreamers. Love gazing at mountains or city lights? Grab a window seat. Avoid over-the-wing seats for unobstructed views. On a 787 Dreamliner, the windows are massive, so it feels like your personal sky theater. Aisle movers. If you're all about easy bathroom access or stretching your legs, aisle seats are perfect. On wide-body planes like a 777, go for an aisle in the middle section so you're not climbing over two people. Snooze masters. Want to sleep through your flight? Pick a window seat away from galleys and lavatories. On overnight flights, front economy seats like 11A on an A321 are quieter with less engine noise. Pack a neck pillow, eye mask, and noise-canceling earbuds and you're in nap heaven. Traveling with a crew, flying with your partner or friends? On a 3-3 configuration, book the aisle and window of the same row, like 15A and 15C. Middle seats fill last, so you might get the whole row. If someone takes 15B, offer to swap. They'll usually jump at the chance for a window or aisle. On a recent flight, I saw a couple score 14AC this way and spread out like royalty. Step 4. Leverage airline perks and upgrades. You're at the gate now, and the board shows a nearly full flight. Don't sweat it. There are still ways to upgrade your seat. If you've got frequent flyer status, even low tier like Delta SkyMiles Silver, American Advantage Gold, airlines often prioritize you for better seats at check-in. No status? Sign up for the airline's loyalty program. It's free and might unlock better options down the line. At the gate, flash a smile and ask the agent if any premium seats are open. Sometimes airlines release unsold premium economy or first-class seats for cheap, $50 to $100 for a domestic flight, maybe $200 for international. It's a long shot, but I've seen solo travelers go from 30C to 4A just by asking. Apps like Expert Flyer or KVS Tool can alert you to open seats before you reach the airport. During online check-in, keep an eye out for last-minute offers. Delta might pop up a $19.99 Comfort Plus seat, or United could offer Economy Plus for $29. These seats often come with priority boarding and a bit more legroom, which feels like a luxury on a 5-hour flight. Step 5. Understand your plane's layout. Not all planes are created equal, and the aircraft type can make or break your seat choice. Imagine you're on a regional jet, like an Embraer 175, with a 2-2 configuration. No middle seats, every spot is a window or aisle. But on a massive Airbus A380 with a 3-4-3 economy layout, you've got more middle seats to dodge. Check your plane type when booking. FlightAware or the airline site will show if you're on a 737-900, A330, or something else. For example, on a 737-800, exit row seats are awesome for legroom, but on an older MD-80, the back rows might not recline. On wide-body planes, like a 777, front economy seats are quieter and roomier. For long-haul comfort, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner's 3-3-3 layout feels less cramped than a 777's 3-4-3. Dig into the plane's seat map on Seat Guru to nail your pick. Step 6. Last-minute seat swaps. Okay, worst case scenario. You're at the airport and you've been assigned a middle seat near the bathroom. It's not over yet. At the gate, ask the agent if better seats are available. No-shows often free up prime spots. Be polite and flexible. Say, any chance for a window or aisle? On a recent United flight, I saw a woman go from 28B to 12F just by asking nicely before boarding. Once you're on the plane, keep your eyes peeled. After boarding, if you spot an empty aisle or window seat, ask the flight attendant if you can move once everyone's seated. Timing is key. Wait until the doors close, but before takeoff. A quick, is it okay to slide over to 15A? Can work wonders. Just don't try to sneak into premium economy without permission. That's a quick way to get sent back. Step 7. Make any seat work. Even if you're stuck in a less than ideal seat, you can hack your comfort. Picture yourself in 28C, an aisle near the back. pack a small inflatable seat cushion. Trust me, it's a lifesaver on long flights. Noise-canceling earbuds or headphones like Bose or Sony block out engine hum, crying babies, and chatty neighbors. A lightweight blanket or scarf keeps you cozy, especially on chilly overnight flights. If you're in a middle seat, claim the armrest early, but diplomatically. Rest your arms lightly to stake your claim without starting a war. Bring a reusable water bottle and snacks, since galley-adjacent seats might mean slower service. A small travel pillow, like a turdial or cabot, can make even 29B feel tolerable. Step 8. International flight strategies. Flying internationally? The stakes are higher, and the seats matter more. On a 14-hour flight to Tokyo, a bad seat can ruin your vibe. Check the plane's layout carefully. On an Airbus A350, seats like 30A or 30K are great for views and quiet, but 35J might be next to a noisy galley. If you're on a budget airline like Spirit or Frontier for a long flight, pay the $20 to $50 for a big front seat or stretch seat. It's not first class, but it's a huge step up. For transatlantic flights like Boston to Paris, consider airlines with newer planes like JetBlue's A321neo or Virgin Atlantic's A350. These have better seat pitch, 32 to 34 inches versus 30 to 31 on older planes, and comfier seats. If you're flying a low-cost carrier like Norse Atlantic, book early to snag seats in the front of economy like 10A for quicker exits and less noise. Step 9. Special considerations for families and tall travelers. Got kids or extra long legs? Your seat strategy needs a tweak. For families, book early and aim for bulkhead seats with bassinets if you've got an infant. On Delta or United, call the airline after booking. To confirm bassinet availability, it's a lifesaver for long flights. For older kids, grab a row like 15AC so you're all together and the window seat keeps them entertained. If you're tall, say 6 feet 2 inches or more, legroom is non-negotiable. Exit rows are your best bet, but confirm you're okay with the responsibility. On a 737-900, these seats give you up to 38 inches of pitch. If you're on a budget, Spirit's big front seats, 36 to 38 inches, are worth the $50 to $100 upcharge, especially for cross-country flights. Step 10. Tech tools to stay ahead. Tech is your co-pilot here. Download apps like Seat Guru or Expert Flyer to track seat maps in real time. Expert Flyer's seat alerts can ping you if a better seat opens up. If you're a frequent flyer, consider a subscription to Expert Flyer, $4.99 to $9.99 per month. You can also use Google Flights or Kayak to compare seat pitch and plane types across airlines. For example, a JetBlue A320 might offer 32 inches of pitch, while a Spirit A320 gives you 28. Pick the plane that matches your comfort needs. All right, travel pros, you're now equipped to outsmart the airline seating game. Picture yourself boarding your next flight, striding confidently to a window seat with extra legroom and a killer view of the Rockies or the Pacific. No more battling for armrest, dodging bathroom traffic, or praying for a recline that doesn't exist. Book early, check Seat Guru, use airline hacks, and always have a plan B. Your next flight is about to feel like a dream. If this guide saved you from a seat nightmare, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell for more travel hacks. Drop a comment with your worst plane seat horror story or your go-to seat pick. Safe travels, and we'll catch you in the skies.